All hail Liberia, hail, glorious land of liberty. Shalom be ours. Good afternoon to you. This is State of the Nation on Truth FM 96.1. What is the state of the Republic of Liberia? What is the state of the Republic? Strangely, there is fire, or there was fire in the record room of the Ministry of Transport. The book of condolence was signed today by the president and the vice president with his outgoing cabinet in front of family members of the fallen Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority. The state of affairs of the Republic, there is a dedicated, exclusively national language announcer now, 97.7, owned and operated by the Liberia Broadcasting System, is launched today. Also coming out on tomorrow, January 9, 2024, your humble servant celebrates his birthday. My name is Koluba Siafa. I'm here alone, and later on we'll be joined by Magdalene, who is at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism on a pre-inaugural media engagement with the inaugural team on how they're going to conduct themselves on that great day in the Republic of Liberia. And of course, it's going to go down in history with the time at 60 minutes or up to 3 o'clock. This is State of the Nation. It's good to have you back, and I'm going to be here having spent the break, this the festive season's break. That is, I meant to say. It is good that I'm here, and I'm going to take you up to 5 o'clock. Too many things happening in our country, as we've always said. Yes, I graced the occasion today at the headquarters or at the installation of the Liberia Broadcasting System, where an exclusive frequency for national dialect announcers was launched today. And I happen to join other scores of officials of this government to see the occasion. And memorably, I met some people that we work, some familiar people, we work and chat very well. And I am glad that, yes, we form part of that occasion. Bomi County Senator Edwin Snow was there, And I'm told Internal Affairs Minister was there, the board chair, Information Minister, Letchego Rennie was there, but they had to leave just before I arrived, I think for another occasion or another duty performance. But we were glad that we formed part of the discussion, not the discussion, but the commissioning ceremony of, as a matter of fact, as a Deputy Director General for Rural Broadcasting, under whose department this station is going to work, will take questions from us between now and 3 o'clock, 3:15. He's going to be here for us to tell the people the significance of 97.7, owned and operated by the management of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Also coming up this afternoon at 4 o'clock, Joe Baba and others, they got message for the president-elect and incoming president. They want to see it culturally. Culturally, they are members of the Deconti Artists Incorporated. They're going to be telling us what they want. As a matter of fact, in the incoming government policy document, ARREST, 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 agriculture, rule of law. Oh, sorry, we gotta get used to it here. we gotta get used to it here because this we gotta take ownership of this arrest. And trust me, I'm not going to miss it this time. It was 1 hour, but another hour has come. Now it is now arrest, agriculture. Rule of law, road. Okay, agriculture, road, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. Oh, I got it. Clap for me. Tourism. Yeah, I got it. And yes. So culturally, tourism will fall under culture as well, to showcase Liberian culture through tourism. That is going to be a policy document for the incoming government. So we're going to be talking to Joe Baba, a long-time Liberian promoter of Liberian cultural activities. That is. So we are here, and we're going to take the rest of it and give you more information. And yes, we'll talk a little bit about the fire incident at the Ministry of Transport. Fire incident at the Ministry of Transport. You don't even try us yet. You don't try us. So the thing are happening now. We will intentionally deploy fire extinguishers or fire trucks at LRA Central Bank. If it happened to Ministry of Finance, the record room, and it has happened to transport. Ministry of Transport, most of you overlook Ministry of Transport. Ministry of Transport is a big revenue generating entity for the government of Liberia through vehicle registration or motor vehicle registration. Many of you don't know. You don't know when you see the revenue that comes from there, and then they're telling you that the record that's supposed to show that this is the amount we've raised over the period of time, and this record room is under stress by fire. It worries everyone. It happened in the Ministry of Finance. It worried of everyone. So why other punitive or preventive measures can be taken? Why they can be taken at LRA, one of the vital components of our national existence. Why they can be taken at Central Bank, one of our vital component of our monetary existence. Why? So we are proposing that. We are proposing that. Hey, don't get me wrong. We're not pointing finger at anyone. But whether it is recklessness or intentional, it is also good to take preventive measures. Good afternoon to you. As I said, my name is Koluba Siafa. I am the birthday man tomorrow, thanks to Deacon Sambola of Burraville, who jump-started the celebration ahead of time with an injection of some cash into my account. Yes, we had the birthday. I don't know. I'm just eating bufuyama. My pastor, I got money in my pocket. I'm over the one. I just eat it all in the street. I don't know what is special about his birthday. Anyway, tomorrow I will hopefully talk to my mother on air. My mother will tell you a story. How did they all start at the maternity hospital or center, Jalatown and Capital Bypass those days. She's going to tell you some of those childhood sicknesses that nearly took me away. Measles, anyone who was born in the 70s, yes, you remember you took that gunshot, that shot, vaccination. Yes, she told me that it was a matter of must. And measles was the child killer those days. And in fact, it cost me some walking impairment, and as God could have it, well, I recovered. Those are just stories that will come with the birthday. I'm going to be celebrating with Suat Kesely. Suat Kesely is an attendant of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. We all worked together some times ago, and we celebrated our birthday. Euphemia Boland of the EPS, we all celebrated our birthday together. So we're going to be celebrating on tomorrow. Those of you, and my own cousin, Roderick Tano Seli, a lab technician, a lab expert who works with Jamadi, and I were born on it. Two brothers' children were born on the same day. He got it. These guys. Anyway, so that is about it. Let's hear from Orange. When we come back, and we talk more. We still are waiting at Azzy. Azzy, you're supposed to be here, man. Still waiting Azzy on this edition of State of the Nation. My name is Chris. So, Orange, Liberia, is the best GSM company I've ever seen and experienced. That is why we have no regret in associating with Liberia's #1 GSM company, Orange. Here we go.
Router, fast speed internet, and forever data pack. I have no excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run now the portal for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Whoa, that made a football man.
Chairman, yes. Since when you start liking football business?
Oh, the Orange score here. They can be feeling the number now. 2 players just are scoring 9 times.
Yeah. My 7 playing to score more goals too. I've been playing since day.
Be a football czar. Score goals with your fingers by activating any Orange service in the Football Czar campaign. There are 200 daily winners of 1.5 gigabytes of data, 101 weekly winners of a 50-inch TV, 125 kg bags of rice, 32 monthly winners of 1 keke, 1 motorbike, and 30 smartphones, and a grand raffle draw of a brand new vehicle. To check your goals and for more information about the services to activate, dial *009#. For more information, call us on 111 free of charge. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Router, fast speed internet, and forever data pack. I have no excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run now the portal for me and the family.
Get your home internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
We don't worry about the data connection at all. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. See what I say?
To activate, dial *888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network, certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website, www.orange.com.lr, or call 111 for more information. Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange Liberia is Liberia's biggest, best, and clearest internet that you can depend on, fast speed. Okay, so it's now 5 minutes after 3 o'clock. It is left 14 days, exactly 14 days to see the new president of the Republic of Liberia bidding farewell to President George Manawia. Too many works have been done. Those of you who have dedicated your time, we are Capet. Good afternoon to you and your team, Solomon Ware, Musa Kenan, and all those who, Karishma Pelham, right, all of you who are dedicating your services to the nation, especially those who are member of the subcommittee on government communication. You guys are currently locked up to finalize the report that I am a humble member of. While we wait for 14 days, these are the songs we're going to be playing on that day to come. Jeremiah Francoon, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. Liberia is making a history, peaceful transition of power. Congratulations to the outgoing and incoming. Azure, where are you? Deputy Director General for Rural Broadcasting. We plan to be on air by now. Okay, so as we await, as you read, yes, as I said, I participated in the inaugural ceremony of the exclusive language announcer radio station owned and operated by the Liberia Broadcasting System on his compound in Pinsville. And it was a memorable one. Met some old friends that we haven't seen in over 5 years. We shook hands and a hug. And then we all went for the program and had a wonderful lunch together. Congratulations to Madam Estelle Liberty Cremon and your team for a wonderful job done. Yes, I saw it. I'm a living witness. It's a legacy project, and you know what you did. You just have the incoming government give a wonderful pass to score a goal, especially informing these people, most of whom are traditional people and would not want to speak the Queen's language, and to create an outlet exclusively for them. It is a memorable one. It's a legacy project for you and your team. So we let's say congratulations, and yes, we are honored to be there. And those of you who worked not in the management team but worked to achieve what we saw today, we let us say thanks to each and every one of you. And I was happy to have rejoined with some of my friends that we all shared this fun together. For a very long time, we exchanged pleasantries today at that program. So it is, let me publicize it for you. This is why you're supposed to be here talking. Let me publicize it for you. It is 97.1. You're not going to, 0.7, sorry. You're not going to hear English song anymore through the language announcers. As a matter of fact, and I'm stressed up listening to fake radio stations programming and trading insult and stuff like that. What I do, I tune into 97. Since I was elected, I tune into 97.7 to listen to traditional music. And you know, some of them are uninterrupted. And you're going to you enjoy it. Enjoy it. So hats up to the folks. Unfortunately, as it read, and I agreed to be here at this time, but he's not here. So, but this is what coming up today on Facebook. Facebook is inundated with the situation at the Ministry of Transport. I tried before coming on air to speak to the spokesperson, because that's the minister is now on record to appear on any of these media to the best of my ability. Even interview to get it from Minister Wu, I didn't see it happening. But they had a very functioning public relations office. But I tried to get to them before I came on. I did not get. But this is my point. This is my point. This is unacceptable. And nobody wants us to believe that these things are just happening. Then we can't talk about it. For what reason? We have to talk about it. Yeah, we have to talk about it. Already, we have a fire service that will investigate, and no results, no report will come out. They always announce that after investigation, they will produce. They will not. The only one they wanted to produce, the fire outbreak result or investigation report, was the one that happened at the UP chairman. They were all into it. It was accurate, and I just wish they would have done this in all the cases. The one that happened at St. Paul Bridge, not St. Paul Bridge, Burma Bridge, it is now 3 weeks, no report. The one happened at Finance Ministry of Finance in the record room, they have not released any report. They always say investigation will bring a report. Nothing. And you know, it happened at the time I just paid for my lesson plate, and I was expecting it today. I was expecting it today. Every day, police people, when you go, you can't get through the system. Can't get through the system. Then when you drive out angrily, frustratedly, then you move on the Tottenham Boulevard, you will see 7, 8 police officers in one position, in one place. The last time I just got pissed off, got down, hand the key over to the man, and at the end of the day, he himself drove it to the compound. People can get fed up with things. You get fed up with things. Fire at finance, transport ministry. Hey, I don't know. I really don't know. Fire at transport. With this thing demands explanation. Fire at transport ministry. In the record room. I hope it is not true. Yeah, I hope it is not true. I hope it is not true. While the program is ongoing, we will continue to contact the office, the public relations office, to give you an update on what happened. Fire. We used to sing a song, say, when you were baby, your mother told you not to play with fire, fire could burn you. That song, we shouldn't be playing with fire. What is the level of damage done at government agency, that great revenue generating agency? What happened to it? What happened? It speaks volume. So people are now making it comical. They say, yeah, we should, but with the trend of events taking place, but let's deploy fire extinguishers or fire trucks at 3 government agencies that we would not want to hear anything of such. LRA, Central Bank, or even General Auditing Commission. Yeah. And the worst of all, you will not hear anyone availing themselves to speak, to give you the administration's position. I mean, at the Ministry of Finance, not finance, transport, the administration's position on what caused the fire and what's the level of the damage. What we depend on is a haphazard fire service preliminary report, and then promise that we'll come up with where is the report? No report. You, the Liberian people, and not all. I think there's few group of people. They believe in people who got some kind of strange journalism that has just infiltrated our landscape. Oh, they believe in them. The last time when we were talking about the printing of the alien cards, we gave you all the data and linked some people. And we availed ourselves that if anyone challenged what we're saying, we can give the proof. No one dare challenged. No one dare challenge. We called the immigration. Everything that we're asking was yes. Yes, this is what happened. We know about it. Why are you printing 50 50,000 cards to indebt the incoming government. A car that will not finish for over 50 years. No, 250,000, not 50, 250,000 in a car. So, as we said, some people are sending to me some of the possible reasons that might have caused the fire, but we will not dwell on it today until I can do my due diligence. That is the kind of journalism I practice. I don't run with it. I know some people who give some of this information, they have vested interest. And as a journalist, as a media developer, as a public relations expert, it behooves me to do all the counter checking before I can make it. So if you don't hear it, like my man, Ambrose Sumbani, he will always say, when he send the information and you don't care, he say, you scared, man, you scared. You scared. He just want you to carry it. No, that's not me. But when he, the last time I brought him here, I gave him the opportunity to explain. He was like, wow, this is how radio business looks like. Yeah. So, 11 minutes after, we are trying frantically to talk with the authorities that administer transport. Anyone who is listening and you're in their close proximity, please let me explain to the Liberian people. Let me tell you, this arrest policy that is coming, those of you who will be preferred by the president-elect, man, you got a Herculean tax. And it is a chalk line that you're going to be walking in. Because everything about that policy is about communication. It is wind down into communication. When the president said the first 90 days, president-elect, no vehicle will get stuck in a mud, some people say it's not possible. It is not possible. Some people say not possible. It took public relations experts like us to say, oh, but first, the incoming president hasn't lied. He didn't tell a story. He didn't mislead you people. When he takes office, the first 3 months will be the peak of the dry season. At the peak of the dry season, on all our major highways, it don't dilapidated, but no vehicle gets stuck in mud in the peak of the dry season. Simple. It took a start of communication to the people to believe that what the president is saying, incoming president is saying, is true. I don't know whether some of these information are classified until they are published, but trust me, no wonder why Samuel Twe at the MICAT press briefing admitted that this outgoing government lost the war on propaganda because the way they treated communication. The way they treated communication, it was like they are personal. Whether they like it or not, this is what they want. So I started to talk to myself. But if situation like this, as for example, information ministry, why the guys were so invigorated to promote when you had nothing to work with? I don't understand where that strength came from the folks. Then one of my friends asked me, why you want us to do? I said, for me, I will resign and go on the farm. Some of the information that we gather on our subcommittee, they are classified and they'll be presented to the transitional team from the side of the incoming government. And I'm not close with the authority to say, but some of the things that I saw personally outside of the meeting, go at government agencies. They are dead. Liberia Telecommunication or Leptiaco. You know, Leptiaco was LTC. And then under Ellen Johnson, LTC was repealed, the act was repealed and recreated into Leptiaco. When this government came in, they went back to LTC without repealing Leptiaco. So that's why you'll be seeing LTC, mobile LTC. It's supposed to be Leptiaco by law. As I said, most of the time, I said the guys behave like antichrist in some cases. They were changing laws and dates outside of the legislature. How did they become LTC again? When Leptiaco was created by law, repeating LTC, nobody knows. But that is not the point. That besides the point. I just got to know that at LTC, offices were not rational. What's the word I always? For example, if the operation procured like 10 ream of sheets, if you are secretary to me, the operation will check the number of sheets and give it to you that until Friday, don't come for sheet. Don't come for sheet. At LTC or Leptiaco, that's how dead some of these institutions were, even though they were generating and then place themselves into autonomous agencies and raising the money and paying themselves. Oh, you think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? National Transit Authority, the new form of the Monrovia Transit Authority. Monrovia Transit Authority repealed and the National Transit Authority was enacted, replacing Monrovia Transit Authority. Didn't the managing director go to the Senate and say he doesn't know his salary? Didn't he also report here that there was fire outbreak. Hundreds of thousands of $100 got burned in their report at that place. And the fire service said they were coming to conduct an investigation to cover a report. Did you see any report? Did you see any report? Now, the closing movement of one administration preparing for another, everybody behaves like they are working. We're working. And some of the works are done outside of the established institutions. I didn't know that the freeway would be clean the way it is clean right now. It is not clean by MCC, the statutory agency. It is not clean by Painesville City Corporation or the Garnersville Township. Cleaned by individuals. And go plow that road. You'll see the scent brought by surface water doing rain or what you call erosion. They're cleaning everything. So there are two kinds of people now we have. Some people say we'll volunteer and do the work. Some people say, okay, so since the people believe that they are the only one will do it, we just sit down. And you sit down and you're taking pay. And between you and the other person, you are in the wrong. Because you are charged with the responsibility to do what you are failing to do, and the volunteers are doing what you fail to do, and you're taking pay for what you fail to do. This one is not about coming government and incoming government. This is how we treat our country. This is exactly how we treat our country. If you don't hear some kind of document missing somewhere, you will hear some kind of controversial appointment somewhere, or you will hear fire to another place in the dying minute with less than a month. That's point number one. Number two, the young man says there, yeah, with all the credentials, I'm talking about Samora Wolokoli now. With all the credentials, he says there and thinks that he will be Commissioner General. He wants to be Commissioner General at all costs. At all costs. He wants to be Commissioner General at all costs. Nobody calls this one. It is the outgoing president. I'm sure today they signed a book of condolence for the fallen Commissioner General. Signing the book of condolence for the fallen Commissioner General. Some of them were there. Some of them were there in full glare and signing and emotionally signing as if they really meant that emotional feeling. Like Julius Malema farewell speech to Winnie Mandela funeral. Say, Mama, some of those who are sitting here weeping were the ones who were celebrating your downfall. They said you were the most wicked woman in South Africa. You didn't deserve to live. Today they stand and weep, and their handkerchiefs are all wet with tears. Nobody knows where those tears are coming from. So, I had four occasions to attend today. One at LBS, another one at the signing ceremony, condolence signing ceremony, another one to the conclusion of a subcommittee report, the inaugural committee, and then the other one at the Information Ministry of Media managers and stuff like that. So I gave 2 out. For 3 hours, I attended one. And sent representation. I wanted to go to sign a book of condolence because I told you this man and myself, we operated closely. As Timothy Cyclone, we all founded the Economic Journalists Association, LIJA, and this man was one of those who encouraged us through the IFC, International Finance Corporation, a subsidiary of the World Bank / IMF. But I can't go there today. I will go there another time. Because some of the people who are going, sitting over there signing, they're not supposed to be there. They are Brutuses. Like Julius Caesar told Brutus, you too, Brutus, and you too, Brutus. Okay, so we will meet at Philippi, present-day Philippines, when the spirit of Julius Caesar told Brutus. Brutus was never easy from that moment. Never easy from that moment. You know, found peace. Those were the days we read literature in William Shakespeare, Julius Caesar. Even at world history, when they founded the triumvirate, Cassius, Antony, and Caesar. Why Caesar should not cross the Rubicon after winning so many wars. And Antony and Cassius say, if you come here, you have to choose. Don't enter Rome with your military, with your army. And Julius Caesar would have remained a coward if he did not, and he said, the die is cast. I will cross the Rubicon. Let's move. That is the world history aspect of the Caesar's story. Some of them sat there, sitting there. I was just saying it. I was just seeing the online video. I was just seeing an online video. And they're sitting there. I said, my goodness, Liberians, deception. There's some people that I saw at the airport when Joe Barker was returning. People who they say can call on the Vera radio station and support their journalists, wishing death upon this man. The man is coming there. You are burning your gas and energy, going to the airport to receive him. Receive him what? This is unbearable. Liberians, see the video and see some of those who were there. They're dressed in their funeral dress, and then they with handkerchief. You see them wiping their faces, man. Let this man go and rest. Don't leave the man alone. Your push for the confirmation of this man who believes he is the only person qualified, and peculiarly, maybe somebody believes that this is the only man who will do that. And then if you believe that way, then the people will begin to speculate. What is this man going to allow it to do? What is he going to do? We got inauguration ahead. We got the remains of the fallen Commissioner General ahead. Burial is not taking place. And it's fighting all through. Fighting to be Commissioner General of the Republic of Liberia. Dewey Kuti can say, I don't want to quote Dewey Kuti. I don't want to quote that man. What are you going there to do? What are you going there to do? I heard you say last time that all the houses you build on the old road, you took loan from the bank. Yeah, but Chief, you didn't declare that you want us to know that. Yeah, you didn't declare. So it is through this period that you bought the land and took the loan and did what you had to do. Like the incoming senator of Magibi say, he took 250,000 loan from LBDI. I don't know how many of you know that LBDI is not giving loan anymore. Whether you're outside or inside, LBDI is an empty bank standing over there trying to resuscitate. Don't ask me who emptied it. Go and do your research. But I can tell you, even as an employee or a businessman or a farmer, you go to LBDI, you will not get loan. No loan. They cancel it because the bank is struggling. The bank is struggling. The last time I wanted to take loan to build my house when I was in government, I was seriously warned by LBDI that I can't take more than 10,000. I can't take more than 10,000. But this LBDI did not deny what this former Minister of State said. I took $250,000 as loan. As loan. So imagine if a minister was taking $4,000 a month times 12. Times 12. I'm checking. We want it. 4,000 times 12 is $48,000 times 5 or 4. Senate must pay only 4 years. So you get 182,000. 92,000. The man almost finished paying. But so are you saying that out of the 4,000, he was taking all the 4,000 and giving it to the bank? There are payment schedules. The bank will not take all 4,000. The bank had to survive. So where did the balance money came from? Some of you sit there when we talk these things, you think we're trying to get an individual. If a finance ministry, how do you call it, entrenched employee, confide him in and say, look, let me tell you. Say, come to me to Pinsville. I want to Pinsville. Sit down. I came to Pinsville. Say, look, you will not know how that building is just a frame until a new administration takes place. I told him, give me the facts. He said, no, I'll not. But the facts will come just in 3 weeks. Let's wait for the facts. That's what he said. Man, all of you people, wherever the money, stay on Broad Street. Opposite under the Parker building, look at the Ministry of Finance. Does that building resemble Ministry of Finance of the Republic of Liberia? Look at the top. Look at the top. The last floor. Look at it. It has not seen paint for 3-4 years now. And that is the floor of the Minister of Finance. When we talk some of these things, it is because we all are Liberians. When our friends come here, they are lodging in various hotels, and when we chatting, say, "Oh, I'm in your country. Please come and take me off." I play host 2 weeks ago. I had a friend called Philip Bakuru. He was here from Uganda. We all studied together in China. Philip was here. Come and take me off. I thought I was thinking where to carry this man. We in a vehicle passing. I said, "This is the Ministry of Finance." He said, "I know, I saw it. I saw it." He said, "But Chris, I'm not carried away by these things because I see infrastructure deficit. I want you to carry me outside of Monrovia. I want to see the wolves. They say your country is green, evergreen." I said, "Yes." We didn't drive off Brewerville much, just 20 minutes drive. We're in the green vegetation. And he said, "Really? This vegetation is so close to Monrovia." He told me, "Your country is blessed." I said, "But sorry you failed, but I'm not interested in infrastructure." I wanted to be bluffing him with some of the how do you call it? The SKD Boulevard road and stuff like that. Leave that. Then the next question he asked, he said, "Chris, so what did you people say about the ambassador that said Monrovia was the dirtiest city?" I said he retracted his statement. That was undiplomatic. He said, "Yeah, but in reality, what do you say?" I said, "Philip," I said, "we are striving. We are trying from war." And he said, 19 years after war, you still making reference? I said, "Yes." So I play fun out of it. I said, "Well, go. What has happened to your president for life president?" And he laughed. I'm talking about Museveni. So when we get on some of these things, it is not because it's not individual attack. No, it's about our system. Our system. When the folks were coming from Freetown to celebrate Monrovia Day, they came by road. Do you know what happened at the St. Paul Bridge when they were crossing? It is a huge deposit of garbage. I'm talking about 2 years ago. Huge deposit of garbage. Inside that delegation was a television camera operator, a lady that we all studied together in Cairo, Egypt. And we know where we talk. And I told her I would disprove you and I will come to Freetown. I will tell you how Freetown looks. So that we had to put on unnecessary defense. Because those who have fiduciary responsibility have reneged on it, even though they've been paid, and they make it comical. And I say you can clean, you're clean now. And you're not ashamed of yourself. So it is serious. We all have to. It is not against anybody. Well, so those of you who believe, yeah, you say the people who have failed. Those of you who are coming, you know, it is, I don't know whether you know that you'll be under pressure. I don't know whether you know you will be under pressure. I was just looking at government communication strategy under the outgoing government. Come on, man. Why did the guys do this thing to themselves? Why did they do this thing to themselves? And you think you were doing, or you want to go to cabinet, then a cabinet colleague to be licking your feet, to beg you for budgetary support to a government agency. That's what you wanted, right? Then you go and stand there and say, on the onset of this administration, we've been attacked repeatedly, propaganda, why we lost it. You know why you lost the propaganda? Because you took communication to be the least. And I don't think this government, the incoming government, wants to do that. You took communication to be the least. And you think you were doing it to them. You did it to your own self. And what even puzzles people is that some of those who mismanage the system are still being appointed into the system. I just wish I had anyone at the Senate that I could convince intellectually that if this man goes for confirmation, and that is if he goes for confirmation, I will ask that senator to reject. If everybody voted yes, I will ask that senator to demand the voting record that posterity will judge one day that yes, I voted against. You know, today, Gifford Smith, Senator Gifford Smith of Riverside County, Dallas Dillon of Muswell County, Jonathan Borchers of River G, they are the darling boys of. Remember when the $37 million stuff came from the HPX stuff? They said they placed it in the recast budget. The people, those three senators said no. We're hearing about 37 million. How come 30 million came in the budget? What happened to the 7 million? And as a matter of fact, where did they come from? For what reason? At the end of the day, the Minister of Finance is telling us it is because of that he's hooked by the U.S. sanction. I'm hearing another sanction is coming. I'm hearing that very close. And I'm told that this time it will affect some journalists, possibly. I wish I would not be. I wish not to be. Because we played our part and respected the public and the individual right under the creed, under the journalist creed. I just hope and those of you who are coming, man, you're coming, you on sorry. Man, it's like somebody just cooked the food and give it to you. Even though the cooking half done, but you already get all the recipe to turn it into edible stuff. And that document is arrest. That document is arrest. Under that document, a minister of public works should be ready to give reason why the corridor from Freeport to St. Paul Bridge road project just ended just like that, after they faced all the drainages and stuff in the middle of the campaign. Rain falling, people were working to build roads. Now we are in the dry season. It's abandoned. If you are going towards that side from this woman's church, oh, what's the woman name? Mother Douglas Church. From that point straight to Logiton Cinema, you should buy a mask. Your mask. That is, if you are not in your own vehicle and you don't have an AC, you gotta bring, because it is all dusted up from that area. What happened to that project? What has happened to the ELWA project? As far as I'm concerned, the corridor from ELWA to this place here, to Chigizu, not Chigizu, Coca-Cola factory is still not complete. It's still not complete. That's why I believe the end point, and under the arrest, the Minister of Public Works should be ready, whether he or she should be ready to say why. It's not somebody like my elder, once upon a time, education minister, that say, I'm not answerable to anyone, only the president. After a government school was identified by the president leaking more than as if there was no roof. Under the arrest, the Minister of Agriculture, with no offense to those who dress in from boutiques and stuff like that, the Minister of Agriculture, whether male or female, will have to introduce regional farming stuff. If I alone can turn 10 acres or half of 5.5 acres of farmland into a cassava farm, what's about a government of the republic? If cassava can be in high demand to be exported to China, which Nigeria has stolen the show, why we can't? Why? We will not. Why the government will not? The government had a policy on agricultural fair. Off and on, off and on, off and on, just like Christmas light, off and on, off and on. Maybe because when they organize this kind of agricultural fair, it is payday for some people. Payday. The farmers themselves are not celebrated. But those who receive the budgetary support to organize, they are the ones you see them passing from one point to the other, and the farmers will go. Some of them will not even have their way to pay, to go back. Instead of the government going there, even if it is a single bidder ball, the government will purchase all All, call it buyback. Purchase all. No one should carry their goods back to where they come from. You encourage the farmers. How Mali is now exporting rice. Mali, Republic of Mali, is exporting rice. The capital is Bamako. It is 75% desert. A greater portion of the Sahara Desert covers Mali. They're now exporting. You know how? For example, in Swemeka, where my farm is, 10 to 15 towns placed under cooperative. How much for tractor? Combined harvester were $30,000. Okay. Or let's say 10,000. All the towns, all the towns over there take. The government will match or will give half of the price of the tractor for that group of people, and that group of people should be given the leverage to access finance from commercial banks under the agriculture improvement stuff, everything all in the place here. It should not just be those who have the purchasing power. Those who have the power should be the one to access those funding. No, smallholder farmers, you go and get a tractor. Now, when you branch, the tractor will come and turn the soil over, then you start to plant. When you sell under the cooperative, the government should be willing to buy. You know what it means? The last time I brought to town a picker load, when the first one, the first one went like wildfire. I went again and harvested a picker load of lettuce. I brought it to town. A lady took that lettuce to sell it. I had to wait for 4 days. After waiting, she said most of it decayed. No storage. No storage facility. It took me, it took me like 5 weeks to produce that lettuce. No lettuce. 5 weeks. And those of you who want to be a lettuce farmer, lettuce is a hot commodity during Ramadan, during the observance of Ramadan. Hot commodity. So if you do these things, you improve, you encourage farmers. Not a minister who sits in the office and get the husband or the wife or the children photo all around the table. And this minister, legitimate funding or earnings cannot even show one plot of land as owner of that land for farming. So that's why I said this and this new, the incoming president keeps bragging that he will succeed. And I know what's on his mind. And in some cases, he said he's a moving, he's a speaker, but he has not been tested. Now he's been tested. Imagine if somebody stands in the way of the speaker. Imagine what happens. Or a tree moving. What happens? Education. All the donor funding you hear, 30 million, all this breach up, all those things you call breach, they all fiasco and breach. No impact. Those who are supposed to benefit from the country's money or donor, how they call it, go to this place, Copper Town, the headquarters of district or Swemeka district, the headquarters of Copper Town. There is a grant structure built by the Chinese called Chinese Aid. They got teacher quarters. They have furniture, well-built learning environment. The authorities of that school told me the last time they have now graduated one student since, even though they've been having 12 graders, one student since that is passing WAEC. So when you see them having graduation like that, they're not wired result. No physics teacher, no chemistry teacher, no mathematics teacher. And I held my head on my head and wonder that how long no policy makers. Dwana Kamara, former water and sewer bus is from that place. He passes that place just before he reaches his town. The Minister of Internal Affairs, my nephew Vani Salif, the woman who served as representative for 18 years. Those kind of things should not be happening in that district. I can shoulder it myself if it is taking government the rest of the time to make that school a school of interest. I could shoulder it myself. I don't got to build a house or houses for the teachers. They're there. The rooms are there for families. I was telling the authority, I say $100 plus a 25 kg bear every month can do the magic for this school. They may say, where are you from? I say, I have the farm just after the checkpoint because I was speaking from Cooper Town coming this way. So really? We wish. And I showed him the arrest. I said, you see the E in the arrest is for education. And under this arrest, under education, this thing can be happening into a town that is just 33 miles away from Monrovia, or 30 kilometers away from Monrovia. You talk about Cooper Town, the feeder school at Sway Industrial Mission, the feeder school, that elementary school, go and see how it looks. Since the government abandoned it, so the co-branders take the auditorium as warehouse. Oh, I'm way in Bombing County. What about Monserrado County? Go to Jatono Town School, public school, one of the places where the elections were held. And when I drove, I stood up. So let me go and see the results. They were tabulating. See government schools, cheers. Has there been any government minister of education or deputy or assistant in a public school? Have we made our history? No, we haven't. So then I said to myself, no wonder why public schools are not prioritized. We were laughing the last time. My friend Jerome Kamwe posted 11 graders in South Korea were dismantling computers or mantling computers, assembling computers. Where here in Liberia, the teacher is on the board drawing grasshopper, teaching. Yeah, that's how the people want us to live. And who told we don't have budgetary support for it? Who told you that? We have. We have budgetary support for that. In fact, in the educational sector, there are more donor funding than in any other sector. Maybe education and agriculture. Hello? Hello? On the air, I'll call you back. Sorry. So who told you say Liberians can't perform? Who told you that? See what's happening. All the people we hire, I will say, red beret them all over in the place. Why couldn't put them to work? All the garbage collection site, deploy 5 persons there. Some of those who are, you call them loyalists, and divide the day into shifts. First shift, second shift, third shift. First shift. The mandate is, unless this bean is filled, if you are not mended, if this bean is filled, you call Central, will come and pick it up. While you here, no one drops dead on this floor, other than this bean. Work 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 hours, you knock out, go. Then another person take it from 12. And do it all over. They're making money for themselves and they're helping to keep the city clean. And who told you Liberians don't have the idea? Who told you? And those of you who are moving with high speed on the freeway, they have volunteers there working, cleaning the mess. I'm saying this because this morning I saw a guy throwing effectives at those who were cleaning up only because they placed the cone and asking him to drop his speed. With those, don't know they still have some people we should not be calling Liberians. It's just that we don't have anywhere to send them. We can't deport them, but they don't deserve to be called Liberians. That guy started to throw invective at the people. Where you want proof? We get police and I have supposed to pull coon and tell to drop speed. The people working, they've cleaned the. Oh my goodness. 077-514-4278. We do it until 15 minutes after. Then we take Joe Baba. 077-514-4278. I hope I didn't step on toes, but I was just speaking my mind and how I see the new Liberia, a Liberia that is for all of us and all of us hands on deck, not the Liberia that we once upon a time said this is our time. Zero. Oh. Sorry. I see. Oh my goodness. No, I gotta take a break. Copper, if you are listening, please come to me quickly in the studio. The phone I know the calls are coming up. The calls are coming. Sorry about that. Sorry. Please come, Copper. Let me take this musical break to be right back. I want to send a link. I want to. I want to send a link to somebody. But the guy is not friend to Johnson Kula page. The guy want me to send it on WhatsApp, but my WhatsApp not putting it off. Yeah, I hear that. Joe Baba. So let's begin to get sorry about that. Another woeful in this area. I apologize. How we prepared for you see, he's not free. So, okay, so let's take this. Don't worry. Mhm. Hello, hello. Yeah, let's hear you. Huh? Your line is bad. Huh? Yeah. When you deny that 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness! But then I was supposed to get the audio. You see, and then I can't. Everybody knows Mr. Magista is very low. I hope it is true. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you. Let's hear you quickly. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for everything. That's all. Hello. Yes, let's hear you. What's your name? No, don't say about these guys. You can't do everything. What I was saying is that we demand investigation. And if not do the usual thing, first I would say, we bring the result after the investigation and we're not saying anything. Okay. Let me hold you right there. Sorry, let me hold you right there. I know it's really important that we talk about this, but we got so many millions of callers on that. Hello? Yeah, let's hear you. Let's hear you. Mhm. quickly, you get 30 seconds. You get fun before you talk about agriculture. Please go ahead. Nobody is serious. Not better is serious. Go fun. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Another caller. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Let's hear you. Mhm. What's your social media? Okay. Okay. You're from area. Are you calling from Vancouver Avenue? Hello. Yeah. You can go out and company. You still yeah, no. Yeah. Where you from? Hello? Let's hear you quickly. Thank you. Thank you. I will take two more and then call my guest already online. Joe Bob. I think those of you listening, you're in a apartment office in Central area. That means yeah. All right. Let's hear you. Yeah, let's hear you. Yeah, let's hear you. Where is that? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. For most of the time now, we're coming up this online. Up one, three, four, five. Joe, you were wasting today. Yeah, put it online. Speak. Let's take a break to be right back. And yes, this is still on the issue. Mm, Break to be right back. As soon as we come back, just quickly on another discussion. This, okay, let's do this one. Yeah. We'll see about it.
Lord, we cry for love in His name. I'll tell you, no water can put us fire. In South Africa, we cry for Lord, we cry for love in His name. Let me tell you, no water can put out this fire. Only the Lord can save you. South Africa, let me tell you, we cry for in South Africa, we cry for Lord, we cry for let me tell you, no
Okay, so we have to bring this one down. Time is fast spent. It's nearly 12 minutes after 4 o'clock here in Liberia. Let me bring Joe and his crew. Joe, good afternoon to you. How are you? Happy New Year. Joe? Joe, you can hear me?
Sorry, I'm sorry about that. My mic was muted. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Many happy returns to you and everybody in Liberia.
Okay, and I see the invigoration in your voice, man, this afternoon or this morning from your end.
Yes, I mean there's reason to be happy. Whenever one gets the opportunity to talk to his people from a far away place, it's always a great pleasure to be happy about that. And then also at this time, this is the beginning of the year and also the beginning of a new era in Liberia. And so we are all prepared to assist in whatever way we can so that we can move forward in a very positive direction.
Okay, wonderful. So let me introduce my co-presenter, Madeline. She was out there on duty. Maggie is back in studio. She's on the other side, but it's on the screen. You can see her. Maggie, good afternoon. How are you? Hello? Yes. How are you? Was it good? Yes. Okay. Do you represent me adequately? Okay. Thank you so much. So let's bring in these guys now who will form part. I see Henry Fayatamba. Henry, good afternoon. You can hear me? Henry, you can hear me?
Yeah, sure. I can hear you. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in Mosharado, Monrovia.
Okay, good. Meshuch Elliott. Did I get your name correctly?
It's Meshach, one of the three Hebrew brothers. Meshach.
Oh, Mishat, sorry, Mishat. Okay, one of the 3 Hebrew brothers. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Hey, these people.
Happy New Year to you and the people of Liberia.
Okay, so yeah, this is me, Chris Lee with Magdalene. Then both of us will take you through. We're discussing this man or you guys' involvement into the new Liberia through cultural activities and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, Joe is every time I get Joe here, I like him to do an introduction. People are quick to forget. Liberians, the last time I was playing the music, Mama, oh, Liberia is my home. Somebody said, please send it to me on YouTube. So I just told the president, but check on YouTube, is there. Joe is a familiar name, Joe Baba. Good afternoon to you. Joe, who is Joe? On this platform now, let's get from you before we move on. Joe? Joe, are you there? Joe, I can see you. What happened? Yeah. Yeah, go on, man. Yeah, Joe, I see you struggling. Are you okay? Are you okay? Now I hear. Yeah. Who's receiving call?
I can't hear anything.
No, but Joe, we're hearing you.
We're hearing you, Dad. We're hearing you.
What is this?
Joe? Joe, you can hear me? Yeah. Joe, you can hear me now, right? Wow, I don't know. But I'm receiving clear signal from you. Your video is clear and your audio is clear. I'm hearing you. No, Joe is. Yeah, Joe, can you hear me?
He's funny and difficult.
Keep this stuff. Can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, I think it's much better now. So let's jumpstart this conversation, Joe. Here we are. We are in transition, and of course we can't forget about. As a matter of fact, I just attended a program at Liberia Broadcasting System where exclusive language announcer radio 97.7 was inaugurated today. It's on air right now as we speak. And those are the things that you're interested in to inform the ordinary people, especially through our cultural heritage or orientation. Let's hear you. What role this time around you're going to play as we accept or expect a new Liberia in 2 weeks?
The reception is so poor. I can't even hear a thing.
Okay, so but I'm asking you, I can hear you. So let's just go ahead and open the discussion. My goodness.
I would suggest that you ask the people there in Liberia to talk because I can't hear a thing from my end. Unfortunately.
Okay, so but Joe, I'm hearing you. You're clear. The video, audio clear. So, but let me come to, yeah. So let him just talk on the WhatsApp while we talk to the. So let me. Okay. Yeah. Joe, you not talk. We can't talk to you. Now you the one kicking this thing off. Yes, I think. Yeah, he went off. So
he has a serious technical issue, I think so.
Yeah, Joe. I can hear you. Yeah, you need to come this way. I can hear you from yes. Yeah, I can hear you, and it's good to have you. While we trying to adjust, Joe, I must tell you, yes, Joe, I must tell you why we're trying to adjust. I must tell you, I was receiving you loud and clear. I don't know why you are not getting me.
I don't know why. Maybe that's a sabotage. I don't know what's going on there.
No sabotage, man. If there's any sabotage, it's coming from the US, not from the
Yeah,
South.
I don't know why y'all got poor network. Anyway, let's go on.
So I was asking what role Joe wants to play. Joe and his Dati, that is the Decollete Theater. What role are you going to play in the new Liberia?
First of all, when you're introducing me to the Liberian people, don't just say Joe. You gotta say Joe Baba. Not just any Joe.
I apologize, Joe Baba.
Yes, that's the first thing you need to do. Because this year I'm celebrating my 50th anniversary as a cultural expert and theater icon in the Republic of Liberia. 50 years, half a century. So I'm not somebody who just introduce a Joe like that. That's first thing. The second thing is that I don't want to be the one to speak right now regarding that, because my duty would be to work with the youth so that they can take center stage in determining what they want in their lives in Liberia. So that's why those youth are there on the line today. So I would just pass it on to them and let them, tell the people exactly what is it that they want. Because what the youth want in Liberia is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work to help the incoming government to work along with the youth so that we can promote peace and reconciliation. So I want you to give the young people their chance, opportunity for them to express themselves, why they feel that our culture should be revived, why they feel that it's going to help to build the country. Please give them
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. But we needed to talk to you before we can go to the young people. Since you are the drivers, we see a couple of them joining. The latest Lamin Muya, and then Oliver Griffiths. They all joined us already. Yeah, they all joined us already. But let me come to.
Speaking, we have the Decollete Artist Theater in Kepamas, the Beneru chapter, and then you have the Monserrato chapter, the Dubois chapter. So there are people from different parts of the country, youth from different parts of the country, and they all have their first degrees, because Decollete Artists is a collegiate, cultural and educational organization. So these young people are, if we want to talk about literacy in the interior, to teach our people at least how to read and write, so that they can be able to understand the policies that government will introduce, for them to be able to vote right, and all those kinds of things. These are the young people that will be going up and down in the countryside to do that kind of work. So let's give them a chance to speak.
Okay, so now I'll begin with Henry Tamba. Tamba, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, again, good afternoon. Henry F. Tamba, the director for Dati Dubois chapter, which is based in Monserrato County.
Okay, so tell me, Dubois chapter, since you are the director of Decollete Theater Dubois chapter, tell me, you were here, you watched everything, the process, the electoral cycle. We are closing on, and the showdown is the inauguration in 14 days. The first thing, what role did you people play when it comes to peace building, doing the election process that everybody knew that it was so fragile? What role did Dubois chapter play of the Dati? What role did you play?
Yeah, so Dati Dubois chapter, let's say we began preparation for this election even before the election time could approach. So we had community engagement because we are in huge numbers, but the support was start giving us to actually cover places that we actually had planned to cover. But in our own capacity as peace advocates, with the support from the executive director, we had some engagements that we went through with community members, like in Dubo Road, where we had a cleanup campaign and we share peace messages, encouraging people to live in harmony with one another and to maintain the peace where it exists, and to also make sure that our culture is respected, because without us respecting our culture, we would actually not know the similarities among us as Liberians. And if that is happening, you will see that the differences between us will make us to be separated one way or the other. But if we know the culture, we know where we came from, you have respect for one another, you know which tribe is related to you in which way and how you can approach them or engage them on certain activities. So we had these programs that we did, not on a broad perspective in Maserati here, but for Maryland, where we went and we had our cultural festival. It was great, and we pulled out a huge number in collaboration with the Dati Benaru chapter. So we did a lot of things in Maserati here. We went to some slum communities around the Freeport Belt back in 2018 or 2019, 2020, 2021. Yeah, we gave some peace messages before the election could approach.
Okay, so yes, and I just want to know what role did you play, especially the Dubois chapter. So let's go to the Harper chapter. Who do we talk to? Elliot? Michelle Elliott. Yeah. Michelle, how are you? What did you do there to march the Dubois chapter?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for the time. Thank you for hosting our institution at the biggest platform. I'm currently joining you from La Côte d'Ivoire. I'm on vacation, but I am Meshach C. Elliott, the county director for the Dati Benelux chapter in Maryland County. Upon our inception as director for the institution in 2019, our primary focus back then was to recruit university students who would have been trained in peace education and how to promote and preserve our Liberian and African culture. And so when we received our letter from Dr. Gbagba regarding our role and responsibility, we immediately recruited students in 2019. We recruited up to 100 students. We went through the training. The training was tough. And the training was basically about peace, how to promote peace. Because back then, all male just left Liberia when Dr. Gbagba sent some of us the invitation, the Maryland chapter, to establish the institution. So Dr. Gbagba trained us for 3 months and a half online. It was not easy. He used to send his little resources. When we did the recruitment, people were trained, and then we were sent to our rural homes when it comes to the African culture. I just want to start from somewhere before telling you our involvement during the election. So we went to our native homes, and we tried to inquire from the chiefs and elders to know how they got to where they were, and they were able to tell us good things. And Dr. Gbagba was able to tell us the importance of making peace. In 2019, November 22, we launched that in Maryland County. Since we launched the institution, we've been working hard. By 2020, we recruited the cohort 2. But because of the coronavirus, we paused our activities until in 2022, where we had the Peace and Cultural Festival. It lasted for 3 days. Purpose, it started from April 15 to April 17. Of the Peace and Cultural Festival in 2022 was to tell our people that election was ahead. And we as young people, we had to get prepared for the elections that was ahead in 2023. And also to tell our people the importance of our culture. Because once we know our culture, we will have respect for one another. Once we know our culture will be actually peaceful. And so that festival lasted for 3 days. We had this, the first day was parade, where we slaughter a bull, a cow. And then we have somebody who was telling us the importance of the sacrifice of that cow, and how the importance of the cow blood and all the things, was telling us the importance of our tradition. We have all the documentary. And right after that, we had a parade. The second day was sports. We had a peace tournament, and that was in honor of the poetry of the United States of America, Mr. Timothy Gardner. And then the third day, we had a cultural festival. And at each of these occasions, we have people there telling the audience the importance of peace as we approach the elections, the importance of our culture. And so after that, we were in communities with our little services to communities that we could reach to Hoffman Station, Nikutan, Okutan, places of violence. We went there to tell the people the importance of the upcoming elections. And then 2023, by June 22nd, rally. And so I'm telling you our contribution towards the elections process. We had a peace rally. The purpose of the peace rally was to gather our people, our traditional people, our youth, our chiefs and elders. We had them gather at the Bishop Daniel Hall on Our Lady of Fatima High School campus, the Maryland Avenue. And we had Dr. Baba serving as one of the keynote speakers, telling our people the importance of the elections, telling them that we are Liberians, we are one people, the elections will come and go, nobody should fool us to go back to the dark days, because once we go back to the dark days, it will be difficult for us. And so we had a successful, rally, a successful peace rally.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the next contribution that he had the next contribution pushing the election, we had our photo and civic education, going on at the federal radio station. Radio Phoenix was one of the radio stations that actually did work for us. That the Baba had to send a recording that we go in studio, tell the people the importance of the elections and the kind of characteristics of people, that they think they can select. From the characteristics of people, you can do your own selection, and me telling them the importance of peace. So these are our rules that we play during the election process.
Let me hold you right there, Elliot. Elliot, you're on a beach, right? In the harbor?
Yeah, no, I'm in Arcos.
Sorry?
I'm in Arcos.
I don't know what you said. Arcos?
I'm in Arcos.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Dr. Baba, did you hear them? Okay.
I heard all of the things that you was talking about. You were asked about what we did towards
the peace building during the elections.
Of course, he did tell you that we had we launched a civic education program on radio stations. We had that going on Radio Avant in Morovia. We had our program on Radio Paraclete, the Catholic radio station in Banga, and we also had a series in Kepamas, Radio Phoenix, for more than 6 months prior to the election time. That was a lot of investment we made in that. And that's one of the reasons when you asked me, when you said, why are you so happy that I'm happy about? And the reason why I'm happy is because the people of Liberia, from all of the research that I have done over the past years, cultural research, the people of Liberia want peace. They want national unity, because that's who we are right now. We are all integrated. And because we are integrated, there's no way that we should, allow politicians to divide and rule us. So we spend a lot of time, energy doing that. And fortunately, the result of the election showed that the Liberian people are now realizing that they are the the decision makers, not those that they elect, but they who are the voters are the decision makers. And if they are well informed, as we try to do, then they can make informed decision. So now, after the decision is made, it's time for everyone to come together to move forward, because the people have spoken. The people have elected their president. They have elected their vice president. They've elected all the legislators that they want to represent them for the next 6 years, next 4 years, or whatever it is. So now our duty as Liberians and as Liberian citizens, and also for me as a technocrat, is to now ask, let the incoming government know that Decanty Artist Theater is ready to get started with conscientizing the people of Liberia, with preserving the culture and history of Liberia, with institutionalizing it. Because one of the issues we have is that we don't even have an institution of culture and tourism in Liberia anymore. The little Kennedy that had was demolished. It was destroyed. And that was done by the government itself, a Liberian government person who bulldozed the place, sold the land to a foreign businessman and all of that. Which in our tradition, as a traditional person, as a traditional royalty, that's an abomination for anybody, where they have the secret grove in any of our traditional setting, like in the Crown language, it's called Kwen. The Kwen, nobody can just enter the Kwen like that. No woman can enter the Kwen like that without any authority or whatever it is. And for anyone, a leader of the country, to bulldoze, the traditional sacred grounds where we preserve our culture, and drive the custodians of our culture all over the place and put them in the streets and all of that. That is an abomination.
Okay, so let me come to that one, so let me come to that. You said in the Crown language it's called Kwen, and it is not open to everyone, particularly women and men. You have to be clear before you can go. But the counter argument to that, Dr. Baba, is Kwen is not located in the middle of the town. In the case of Killinja, it had been encroached upon, and it became almost in the middle of Pinsville, so it had to be relocated.
Yeah, so to relocate it, you destroy the place and sell the land.
No.
And it was not in the middle of no town. Killinja was a community all by itself. But if you went to Killinja, you're not going to go into the bank. Nobody went to Killinja to go to the bank. You will go to watch the people perform. You could go to ask questions, and interview individual artists. But when they were having the ceremony, nobody went there. It wasn't something that was open to the public. So I beg to differ with that. And this time around, we should be very, 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 very prudent as to how we treat our culture and our traditions. Our tradition must be respected. It must be respected. You come to America, you see you go to France, you see the people how they preserve their culture and their history, they respect it. That should be the same case. Nobody should take our culture for granted and disrespect, our history and culture.
Okay.
That should not be. And that's one of the things that we would like to assist with, because once they realize, once the young people who were born during the wartime, who don't even know anything about peace, they haven't had long years of peace yet in their whole lives. Some people who are 40 years old and were born in chaos. That's not the case with you and myself.
Okay.
We have peace. We grew up as children. Young people these days don't have that opportunity to grow up as children should grow up, because they see a lot of warlords and people around them. And that's not how we're supposed to live.
Okay.
So please, don't back something like that.
No, Chief.
That is a big
no, Chief. We don't do radio stuff like that. And those who supposed to respond to it, they're not here. So I play the devil advocate. I'm not backing them, right? So let's clear. Yeah, let's clear that. Yeah, let's clear that. If the government sees it necessary, they can react to you. But I can't do it on their behalf. I just giving you some of the claims and counterclaims. I was there when Madam Sally broke ground for the new Kennedy. I don't know how far it has gone, but I'm saying what I saw. The government said it is encroached upon, and this sacred area was now being encircled and taking place now, in the middle of that community. That was their explanation. So let's move on. Let me go to the young people. Elliot, no, Tamba, let me go to Tamba first. Tamba, now we got to know what role did you people play in the election. Now the elections are held, results are out. We got a new president taking office in 14 days. In the new president's agenda, he got a policy slogan or document called ARREST, ARREST. Agriculture, rule of law, road, education, sanitation, and tourism. Of course, you can't detach tourism from culture. What does DATI expect from the incoming government relative to the subject matter?
Okay. Thanks for
question that you asked. Let me step in, to answer that.
Okay. Elliot, hold on. Let Dr. Baba. Yeah.
First of all, yes, what we expect is that we have the expertise. That's the first thing, because you will need qualified people who know about the history and culture of the country and who have had experience in projecting the image of the country to undertake such a Herculean task, especially after the devastation that took place in Liberia during the war. So when it comes to that, the Country Artists Theater as an institution is celebrating its 47th anniversary this year. So we've been in existence for 47 years, promoting, preserving Liberian history and culture through the performing and visual arts. And we have qualified, personnel, people, all of the young people we just spoke with, they all have their bachelor degrees. Some right now are doing the masters and all of that. So we have qualified personnel that will work to make our program to be international and to put Liberia back on the international map. I am speaking, I began promoting the culture and history of Liberia through the performing and visual arts since 1974. That's 50 years ago. So this year I'm celebrating my 50th anniversary Golden Jubilee as a playwright and someone who's been promoting the culture and history of Liberia. And for this year, we're also raising funds so that we may construct the first school of the performing and visual arts. So what we want for the incoming government to do is to give us the opportunity to implement some of their cultural and educational programs, or for DATI to be an implementing agency so that we can be able to do some of those work for them, because working within the context, of a government, as a government official is different from being a professional technical person who's got a contract to do a certain job, for the government. We would like to receive contracts to do certain jobs, like promoting the culture of the country, helping the government with the educational system as well, because that's also part of my background as an educator, to work on the curriculum. The curriculum needs to be reconceptualized. Teachers need to be trained, and more qualified people need to be put in the school system so the educational system can be elevated. And most of our DATI peace advocates are specialized in different fields: health, education, counseling, agriculture, math, science, and all of that. So these are young people that if we got a contract, could go to help to buttress the educational system, especially in the hinterland where there aren't many, qualified people. Then also, as I said, we're trying to raise funds to construct the School of the Performing Arts because we want to not only preserve the culture of Liberia, but we want to institutionalize it. We want people to go to the Dati School of the Performing Arts to get a degree in ballet, to get a degree in traditional dance, to get a degree in music, to get a degree in weaving or whatever it is, because these are things that will promote tourism as well. And then, of course, we will train, young artists to improve the art industry of the country and to take our troops, I think, on international tours like the way we used to do during Turbo Time. Turbo Time, the national culture tour was one of the best on the continent of Africa and in the world too. Their performances were great. We can do that. And when it comes to developing the movie industry, that's something also that we can help with. Because I have training, I went to acting and directing school and all of that, all government scholarship. So there will be an opportunity to give back to the Liberian people and all of that. So we have a whole lot of programs that we would like to implement, but we will need a blessing of the incoming government to do that.
Okay, that's wonderful. At least you've set the pace now for your students or your members to add up as to from their own age group. What if you were asked, man, you had an opportunity to meet the president, that is after inauguration, they ask you, what do you want for us that we can do in the next 1 year of our administration in the area of concentration right now as we speak? That goes to Tamba. Tamba? Tamba, are you there?
If Tama not there, other people should be there.
No, Tama is there. Let me try to unmute Tama.
It's on? Okay.
Tama,
I'm here.
you can hear?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yes.
Let's hear you.
Yes. So, okay. If I have the opportunity to meet the president-elect after the inauguration, and maybe I'm being asked the question as to what do I want with respect to Dati that maybe the government should do. The first thing is we say we are promoting our culture through performing arts and visual and performing art. But then our goal now, our main target is to institutionalize the project. We want to have a place where we can recruit other young people to also teach them, to make them to understand things that we are doing. If we can have that place constructed as a school, as an institution that we can teach people to know maybe how to do cultural dance, how to sing traditional songs, how to create stories, to write short or novels, to write books. We will increase in numbers that our project can be spread throughout the country very fast, because if we teach somebody today, he or she will carry that information somewhere, and with that, we believe that we can achieve our goal very faster. So what I want is for the government to support us in constructing a place where we can be able to practice and teach others what we are doing.
Okay, so let me go to Elliot. Elliot, you're there in Cote d'Ivoire, even though you represent the Maryland chapter. Tell me, particularly the Southeast, where you want this new government to concentrate in terms of improving Liberian culture?
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for telling us about the arrest, the pillars of this government.
Yeah.
And the first thing, in the absence of peace, a government cannot be successful. If the government must be successful, there should be peace in the land. And so I think this government should focus on peace activities within the first 1 year. Even though she has a focus on agriculture, yes, we understand. But in the absence of peace, the agricultural activities cannot be successful. And so this government should support this institution, DATI. And this institution has lots of trained young people who are college graduates, and some are now pursuing the master program. We will be a help to the government in promoting peace in our country, in promoting our culture and history. And so I think it's important for this government to also focus on peace. When she wants to focus on agriculture, the Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism should have that implementing some of our projects. And so when she allows DATI to implement some of our projects, we will be able to move from one country to another country to promote our culture. We will be able to tell the people the importance of our culture. And currently our focus is to build the School of the Performance and Visual Arts and Culture Studies. And so this school will help us. Now let me tell you, when I started to get education from Dr. Bagba, it was when I got to know the importance of my culture. I regretted why I could not speak my native language fluently. I regretted. And up to now, I'm still regretting. And so when we focus on culture, and our curriculum is revised, and culture is taught in the various schools, it will help our parents in the homes to teach their children about our tradition and practices. It will also help the country to be peaceful. Let me tell you, when you learn your culture, you will know the importance of peace. Because in your culture, you will be taught how to greet your elderly person. You will be taught in the culture how to greet your peers. You will be taught in the culture how to interact with your colleagues. The culture is not only to put a chalk on the face. The culture is not only to be just in the world dance. That's not only the culture. Our culture is deep. And so when this government focus on our culture, this government will be leading somewhere, and this government will make a mark. And so in the next 1 year, let this government focus on peace and reconciliation, because we just concluded elections. There are other people who made all kinds of statements during the elections. And so there's a time now for people to reconcile their differences. So let this government focus on peace and reconciliation and how to promote and preserve our culture, practices, and history. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me hold you right there. I will talk to Dr. Baba with this question. Doug, you there? Are you listening?
I am.
Okay. So let's go down into memory lane. I'm sure you were around doing Totman, William V.S. Totman. You were around Talbot, Samuel Doe, Charles Taylor, down Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, George Weah. These are administrations that have come and are going. Comparatively, we can measure Bouakai administration because it is still not breath yet. But comparatively, whose example you want Bouakai to copy in terms of improving or promoting Liberian culture of all the presidents that I just named?
It will be two Liberian presidents. It will be William V.S. Tubman because of his integration and unification policy that he introduced, and coincidentally, the monument, the United Education and Integration Monument, is located in Ronjima, Lufa County. So I hope that will be an inspiration for His Excellency. And then I would also will also mention the vigorous ability of President Tolbert. President Tolbert initiated or invigorated people, Liberians, with respect to creating a more wholesome, functioning society, an inclusive society. During his term of office, he was one of the most open-minded settler president who embraced intellectuals. He embraced a lot of the indigenous Liberian intellectuals like Tipote, Jackson F. Joe, Dwyer. He brought all these people into the government and gave them high positions. That was something that was never done before. But he was very particular about people being educated. So during his administration, almost all the people he had in his administration, a lot of them had master's degree and all of that. And you could see how the country was moving forward before he even got killed. So Tolbert, his inclusiveness and also his love for culture. Tolbert was the first Liberian president to speak an indigenous language. Fortunately, we have an educated elder in the person of the president-elect, and with more experience. You know, he's educated. You know, he got a traditional background. So I'm looking forward to really working with him to revitalize the cultural, industry, cultural tourism industry in Liberia, with respect to that. So those would be the two presidents that I would meet. The third person would be Samuel Kanyam Doe. Samuel Kanyam Doe, with respect to his interest in bringing development for 100+ years, the Liberian government rented, private homes, people's private buildings as ministries. He was one of those that said, well, instead of giving the money to people, government can build its own ministries. And he started that. So that's something also that I would like, to see, done during the president-elect's tenure as president of the country. And then, of course, the other thing is that Tolbert, during his time, he worked. He loved the youth. He regarded them as his precious jewels. And so that's why today, as I told you, I wanted the young people to speak, because these young people are going to be President Boyka's precious jewels. And those precious jewels, we are here to work along with the president to empower the young people, for them to actively get involved, in developing the country. So when it comes, for instance, to the educational system, and we're looking for teachers and all of that, we got these young people that got their degrees ever since they graduated. They haven't even gotten a job to do. So we can organize a Peace Corps type of thing for the Liberian children, youth who have graduated with a first degree setting, for them to serve their country, to go into the hinterland or other places to teach, to serve in the future. We have qualified, Liberian teachers. We need our teachers to be Liberians first and foremost of all. If we cannot find enough Liberian teachers, then before you use the foreigners. This time around we're going to stress that, because there's a tendency that when people go in the classroom, especially those who are from foreign lands, who don't know our culture and our history, they have a tendency to teach the children to speak like foreigners, to think like foreigners, to think that the culture that the teacher is imparting onto them is the culture of the country when it is not the culture of the country. So all of these things have to be regulated. And that's one of the things that we would like to advise, would be an advisor or consultant, to the government, so that we can help with some of these things. Some of these things don't require talking; they require doing, and we have to prepare people who are ready to do.
Okay.
So right now, as soon as they finish, for them to start going to the different countries, and for them to start talking, promoting peace and reconciliation through dance, through music, through drama, through literacy, and all those kinds of things. That's what we want to happen. As soon as we finish with inauguration, there should be time for us to get started to do what we got to do. Because, in other countries, the things that we're supposed to do in 2 years, 3 years, we've taken 40 years, 50 years, and we have not even done them. Talking about constructing the School of the Performing Arts, I started this thing 50 years ago. Now, it's 50 years past, and we're beginning to say, let's build a School of the Performing and Visual Arts. See? And, but it's better late than never. That's what I would say. But we are prepared to assist in whatever way we can. And this has nothing to do with partisanship. I want to make it clear to when you comments, we are not political. This Decorative Artists is a non-profit organization with competent people that are trained to provide valuable services in education and culture, and so we can work with anybody who has the country and who wants our services.
Okay, thank you so much. So we're supposed to sign off by now, but we asked for at least 7 minutes to close up. So we take at least 4 calls on 077-5144-278. Only this number you listening, you should call on. The other one is being used to connect Dr. Baba. The first caller is on. Let me take this caller. Hello, Madeline will manage your calls. Yes.
Yes, sir. How you doing? That are you getting him? You getting him, Claire?
He's low.
Half up. Can you half up? Please be audible. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for your participation. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Please be audible. Yes, Chief. Oh, pre-birthday though. Okay. Yes. To the boss. Okay. Did you get a question?
What was the question? question about culture, but I didn't get the full detail.
A culture that is practiced by everyone, regardless of you having your culture from this tribe, you having your own culture from this area, whether we have a culture that we all promote.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
yeah, so just take just take note. I'll take 2 more calls and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hello? Hello? Yes, sir. What's your name again? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, sir. Thanks for coming through. Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah, very clear. Your name is what? Yeah, I just want you to be audible a little bit. Okay, yes. Yeah.
So once again, my name is Peter Fletcher, and I want to say happy birthday to my wife and my nephew, Chris. We pray that God will sustain and help you long life.
Amen.
I want to thank the studio guest because I have to make the best of the one day. This is what we need in our country. We need all hands on deck to move our country forward. I like to just recommend that the Bamba or the Bamba is recommended an assistance of culture. That way, our administration of internet or our administration of information, those are the two issues that have a significant position for culture.
Oh.
It's very important for our country because it's lost along the way.
Okay.
People even from the refer to as SAR, but they don't even speak local language. They don't even speak it. So I don't agree, that.
Did I hear you mention Fina? Did I hear you mention Fina?
Yeah, I mentioned Fina. You are not going to Fina. I say you want to put your Fina in.
No, we. Oh. Okay, Abel. Okay. Okay, Abel. All right, so we gotta take leave of you. We are 10 minutes into another program. We can't take any more call. Abel, you should have been here today. I don't know. I mean, you can't say everything on the phone now, so we have to go there. We are actually out of time, and I'll give you a minute so we can close up for today.
Okay.
So okay, let me.
Last thing that this young man said, the last person, I think I would have said something about family or something like that.
Yeah, he said it should start from the family, and I mean, it should also be done. If I get him correct, it should also be done with kids at home and even in the school, not only at the level that you are talking about at the university level, but it should be done from down the line so people can understand. There are so many people he mentioned. They have traditional names. For example, Fina, they can't understand. I'm my own Fina because I can understand Kisi, I can speak you. That means you were talking to. Yeah.
All right. First of all, I just want to make it clear that the programs we're talking about is not confined to university students. That's a wrong interpretation of what we just discussed. What we discussed is that we want to preserve our history and culture through the performing and visual arts and to professionalize it, and that decorative artist theater has people who are trained, who got their degrees and all of that, are prepared to go into the country and all of that. So it has nothing to do with somebody being teaching culture at the college level or so. That's not it. We're talking about teaching culture from the roots, from the beginning, and providing the opportunity for it to be taught in our schools, the languages to be taught in our schools, or in our colleges and all of that.
Yeah, so they are just adding to what you are saying. They are in support of what you are saying, that it should not only be done at a higher level, but it should start from somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm clarifying. I agree with them. That's what I'm saying, that yes, it would be done at that level.
Okay.
It's for everyone.
Okay.
It's for every level. So thank you for clarifying that.
Okay,
and
sir.
And then somebody was saying one culture. First, I want Liberians to understand that we do not live in a monocultural society. Liberia is a multicultural society.
Okay.
Multicultural meaning we have many languages, we have many ethnic groups and all of that. So one of the ways in which you unite people, like the way I talked about, started with unification and integration policy, the purpose of that policy was to bridge the gap, the economic, social, and political gap between the indigenous people and the settler people, so that we will all benefit from the resources of the country. So when you talk about the culture of the country, the first thing that you put in a multicultural society, the first thing that you put on top, or the first thing on the pyramid is the country itself. So Liberia will be the focus. So anything that is Liberian will be prioritized.
Okay.
Anything that's Liberian will be promoted.
All right.
Like that.
Okay.
So that's how you do it. Yes.
Yes, I'll say we've run out of time, so we have to sign off. So let me just stay on the line. Stay on the line. Let me get 1 minute each. Tamai Elliott, as you close up, then we'll come to Dr. Baba for his closing comment. Let's hear you.
I already gave the closing comment.
Who? Oh, Dar?
Yeah, done.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's hear you quickly. 1 minute.
Okay. Let me say thanks for providing us the opportunity to be on this show at this time. And I want to tell the Liberian people and the incoming government that we are here, we are ready as young people to promote peace, to encourage our friends to also be peace-loving and law-abiding citizens. DATI is not limited to a particular ethnic group. DATI is a program, or is a organization that includes people from different backgrounds. So we are here to accept anybody who want to join us, so we can make Liberia what we want Liberia to be. Thank you for the program.
Okay, Elliot.
Yes, thank you again, Chris, and thank you to your co-host. Again, I'm Meshach Elliott from Maryland. I want to appreciate you for giving Dati the opportunity to be at your platform, your radio station, your television. We appreciate you for that. To the incoming government, Ambassador Joseph Gilman Bwaka and his team, we want to use this medium to appeal to you to prioritize culture, to prioritize our culture.
Okay.
That should begin at the school level and will be taught at homes. Let us also prioritize peace and
Okay.
reconciliation.
All right.
Again, thank you for the opportunity. May God bless our country. May God bless us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Baba. 1 minute. We sign off.
Okay. At this time, I would like to, on behalf of the board of directors, the officers, and myself of Decorative Artists Theater, to congratulate His Excellency Joseph Roman Boyka and his running mate, Jeremiah Banko, for their election, as president and vice president of the country. I would also like to extend to them our willingness to cooperate, to collaborate with the incoming government and officials to promote peace and reconciliation through the performing and visual arts and literacy. And also that we would like to provide services in the areas of culture and education so that we can improve the livelihood of our people and improve the educational system in Liberia.
Okay.
I wish them, success and very prosperous new year. And thank you, Chris, so much for this opportunity. Magdalene, you saved the day by the phone for us to talk on it. May God richly bless you.
Amen. You're always welcome.
It's on me.
All right.
New year is on me.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You say on me, right? On you, right? My New Year on you. Okay,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Joe
you.
Baba of the Decorative Theater on the line from the United States on State of the Nation. Thanks to Traffic Plus giving us additional 7 minutes, having asked for 7 minutes extra. And the folks are on our body will have to go. Gentlemen, we'll see you guys. And thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. This is State of the Nation. We sign off.
Freedom ring and when this